the East and the West here. As the West, the visitors in this one, the Omaha Pioneers and the Aviators go into battle here. You hear the boo birds come from the stands already. But out comes the Aviators, and you hear all the excitement. Here, we got I know that says Sunday, but it's a Monday night prime time game here for the Aviators. This will be our last games to close out here, as we will jump forward to give you the entire game, and that will happen momentarily. And by momentarily, I mean right now. Aviators kicking it off to start. So I was exactly right. The Aviators do kick it off to the Pioneers. And the Pioneers, oh, he's got some daylight, and he goes to the 44-yard line. Big play there on their return, and Stafford's got to feel pretty good about that one. The former Lion and Ram turned Pioneer. And the Aviators, they used to be the Lions as well, but I mean, that just was not on the scorecard for him any longer, as they decided to join the league that predominantly overtook the NFL, as Stafford gets this one out. And, ooh, pretty nasty hit there by Williams, as it'll be 1st and 10 on the Aviator 44. And they'll send him back. Terry and Arnold with his second tackle, and that one featured as a TFL. Arnaldo is what it looks like when a player's blocking it. 2nd and 12 after the TFL. And wow, laying the boom early here. That pass intended for the tight end. So 3rd and long here for Stafford and the Pioneers. He's looking, gets this one out, and a diving catch. We don't exactly get the name of that guy there, but what a pass and completion right there. Beautiful to watch, as 1st and 10 for the Pioneers. Keeps them in mint scoring condition, and it's an interception. Jack Campbell starting off the night with some fireworks on defense. So Stafford tried to lead his receiver here. I think what mainly happens is Campbell kind of sees that it's underthrown, at least leading wise. And Jared Goff, 88 overall. His decision making is ideal. 78 speed, which isn't the best, but he does have a 90 plus overall rating. So 1st and 10 upcoming here. Goff slings this one into a contested area. St. Brown with the catch, playing medicine ball here to start this one off. 4 yards with the sacrifice. Play action. Goff gets this one to the sideline. And Jamal Williams has Goff in a catch for 24 yards there. Way to redeem the medicine ball from earlier. As 1st and 10 for Goff. He'll get this one out to the trusted tight end, Sam Laporta. He'll get that out to the 36. And Goff just warming up here. Goff looking, fires, and it's incomplete. Barely had any arm strength on that one, as he was pelted right there. Had to get it away. Smart veteran move by Goff, as this pass is caught about 5 yards out to the 31. So a 3rd and pretty manageable here. And Goff looks to throw. And this one gets batted down. Business decision there from Lake. And on 4th and 5, they'll bring out the field goal unit. This one going to be attempted from about, call it maybe 49, 48 yards out. But that kick is straight through the uprights, and that begins scoring for this primetime game. A field goal, and the Aviators take a lead here. And Stafford coming back out onto the field. We've seen him mounting a pretty good offensive drive up until they got into the red zone area, in which he did throw the interception that would cost them about 3 points in total. Luckily, it's not 7. As a run right there, he gets him about 5 yards in the long run. And Stafford drops this one off to the crossing route for 1st down at the 39. So Stafford being methodical here. Play action. Big pass is caught by Cooper Kupp. He almost stayed up. Tackle made by Terry and Arnold. And Cooper Kupp was looking to pull a Fannin type play from earlier on in this week, but that's how we'll end the quarter. An interception for Stafford, but he's looking to climb back. Luckily, it shouldn't be hard to do. 0-3, Aviators. Heading into the second. Here is Stafford. He's going to look to throw right here. Big pressure, and he's sacked. Aiden Hutchinson there on the 10-yard loss. And Aiden Hutchinson, he is a big player for this Aviators team. You're going to want to watch him this season. You talk about sack leaders, he is in competition for one of those at some point in his career. So definitely somebody to follow if you're looking for one. As this TFL made by Anzalone, pretty good defensive player as well. Not as good as Aiden Hutchinson, but pretty close. So 3rd and 21. Big play needed here from Stafford. Looks to throw, pressure, and it's nearly intercepted by Aiden Hutchinson. Incomplete. They'll have to punt this one from midfield. So, I mean, it's not like Omaha is doing much wrong here, and ooh, just barely missed the yard mark right there. As that one sails out of bounds in the inside corner of the end zone. Brings up 1st and 10 at the 20. Goff gets this one out to St. Brown. And that'll be 4 yards on the gain there. 2nd and 6. 24-yard line. There he is again. Big streaking foot race. Can he get there? Yes. Touchdown, Aviators. Massive play from 76 yards out. Takes this one in with one hand, by the way, and then proceeds to outrun the Pioneers defense for what might be the longest touchdown we've seen in week 1. The Aviators take 2 plays to score a touchdown, about 44 seconds, 80 yards. So the Aviators, one to look out for now. So on 1st and 10, we get Stafford at the helm. 23-yard line. On the return there, it's where Stafford sets up, throws, and the pass is complete. So it'll be 2nd and 2 for the Omaha Pioneers. Cooper Kupp in motion there. And I almost said Keenan. Yeah, that's Kyle Williams on a 1st down. As he'll have another one here out to the 41. Brings up about a 4-yard gain. Williams clearly expressing some pain after that one, but he is going to be able to get up and play some more snaps here. And this pass, hard to hold on to. Yep, Puka Nacua is lined up at the bottom of your screen in that bunch set. As Stafford throws this one, intercepted once again. Could this be another pick 6? Yes! Touchdown, Aviators! Kirby Joseph with the 2nd pick 6 in franchise history. And his first pick of this franchise gets turned into a magnificent stat right there, going down in history as the 2nd player to do that, right behind JOK. Obviously, right now, not hard to make history in this one, but this is certainly a journey. So the boys on defense will have to go back out again. I'm sure they're not too discouraged about that one. I mean, they just got a pick 6, so the Pioneers probably the ones that are a little bit weary about going back out on offense, as Stafford has thrown 2 picks this game, one of which going back for a touchdown, as we just seen on the last play. See what the Pioneers playbook has in store for him. They'll keep him passing, and it's not going well at all. Hands alone. Getting back there. 2-minute warning. 17-0. Aviators in control of this matchup. We've seen a similar score down in South America a few hours ago. And this pass is caught by Cooper Kupp, who goes down the field to the opposite 41. The Aviators 41, if you will. Big throw by Stafford to get him in position. As with 1:54, Stafford hoping to get him a touchdown or even just a field goal at this point. Play action. Stafford chucks this ball deep. Caught! Cooper Kupp stays on his feet, and he's down at the 7-yard line. So Stafford might be successful in getting a touchdown right here. And he would have had one if Cooper Kupp stays on his feet just for long enough. Right there. So first and goal proves out to not just be fantasy for the Pioneers fans, as the veteran is hit hard on that release, which forces the incompletion, brings up second and goal at the 7. Pass here, caught, Cooper Kupp, touchdown, Pioneers. The stadium goes silent right there. Might not like the call, but it is a fair one, as Cooper Kupp getting in the end zone here to make the deficit pending the extra point. There it is, a 10-point deficit for the Pioneers. Without that pick six, might not be as bad, but mistakes were made, and Stafford will just have to learn from that as this game goes on and throughout the season. As this kick return goes to the 29, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 3 receptions, 84 yards, and a touchdown to his name. So first and 10 at the 29-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs gets this one from 8 yards out. Timeout taken by the Chicago Aviators. As Goff searches the field, finds Laporta. And it's going to be another first down here for the Aviators. 47-yard line here. Again, the Aviators looking to extend their lead. And there's Patrick on a reception here. You don't see much of him. Excuse me. As the 25-yard line, or 25 seconds left in this matchup, will prove to the Chicago Aviators exactly what they're capable of in big moments here. As Goff on play action goes end zone. It's still in the air and incomplete. Couldn't come down with it. 3rd and 6, and they could have had a chance to spell karma on the Aviators. And ooh, tough hit right there by Roseboom. It'll be 4th and 6, and they'll attempt this one from roughly 53 yards out. 54, kick is up, and it is good. 7-20. Jesse Bates making all the long field goals here for the Aviators. With 7 seconds left, Omaha trying to get in a position to score. Trying to cut down the deficit just a little bit here. Cut it down to 6. That'd be fantastic for Stafford and these Pioneers fans. And with 1 second left, I imagine the Hail Mary coming out here. Stafford. And pressure! And he's sacked by Aiden Hutchinson. His second of not only the first half, but the actual game itself. As that's how we'll end it. Omaha goes into the half trailing 7-20. The Aviators holding the big lead. Halftime report brought to you by the MNFL. As San Antonio Black Knights and Sentinels went to work here. And, well, our game, I don't know why it's showing it's Black Knights and Sentinels. But here are games around the league that the game says have been done. Of course, the Desperados and the Blues, I believe, did happen. If not, that's coming up shortly. And St. Brown, I mean, this pass and this touchdown might go for the longest in the league so far, as the Pioneers kick it off for another half of football. And he finds a lane and he'll get down to the 45. Pretty good return there from the Aviators. As 1st and 10 brings Goff onto the field. Big pass to start out, and he'll have it. St. Brown, touchdown, and we're starting off with some fireworks. The Aviators stun not only themselves, but the Pioneers. As this competition heading in the East's favor very, very well. The Midwest is in shambles right now. And, they're feeling cocky. They're going to go for 2 points. Or maybe they'll just make it 28 so that it looks better. As this pass, what do you know? It's good. Jamal Williams. So the scoring summary, 55 yards with 7 seconds in a play to decide it. And if I'm the Pioneers, I would be positively ticked. As far as this one goes, excuse me, this goes down all the way to the 2-yard line. Inside of Pioneers territory. They'll bring it out to the 24, and Stafford will go to work after throwing 2 costly interceptions. One meaning 3, the other one being put back in the opposite end zone for 6. And that explains the deficit so far, as Chicago has been on a roll here. Could be our first team to put up over 30 points. Our highest scoring game came on a tie between the Canton Tigers and the Aviators. Let's see if they can run up the score here. That game would have totaled out to about 48 points. This one totals to about 35 from both teams. 1st and 10 at the 45 now after the huge run by Williams. And Stafford zips this one. And it's going to be Higbee dropping that one. Wishing he could have had that one back. It would have been legendary if he could have held on to it. And 2nd and 10, Williams brings us forward here. And it'll be 3rd and 1. So the 46-yard line inhabited by the Pioneers in Aviators territory as Cooper Kupp. He'll get smacked on the catch right there. As 1st and 10 comes up here, Stafford to Puka Nacua. It's been a dynamic duo here, as well as the veteran role in this offense between Cooper Kupp and Stafford. As this handoff goes to Williams. Williams pushes forward to the 12. And this one has a chance to go down as a scoring drive, having 7 put on the board, which would bring Omaha to a 14-28 deficit. They would need 2 more touchdowns after the presumed one here. And I think I hear some fans calling for a flag there. It was out of camera view and no review, so we won't see it. 2nd and 10 at the 12. Omaha and the Pioneers. Stafford gets it out to 7 to about a gain of 7 yards. And 3rd and short upcoming here for the Pioneers. And Omaha's pass to the end zone is incomplete. Aviators fans clearly happy about the call. And Stafford wanted to stay out on the field. They'll tell him no, as this one will put the all-time score in this game to 38. So 10-28, Omaha still trying to fight back. We'll see what the Aviators have to say about that, as a pretty decent return to about the 31 brings Goff back out, and he has been on fire, connecting with St. Brown. No secret why this is his #1 target in this game. As of right now, could be a receiving leader here in a few. Passing yards haven't been too hard to come by. And Montgomery will get this one and just casually bring it to the 47. So Omaha and its defense, they've got to step up here if they want to win it here. But the Aviators, if they really want to throw a dagger in this team's plans, I think a scoring drive here or early, in the 4th quarter would certainly do it, as Jamal Williams goes on the motion there, but they'll get it to the main target of the day, if you will, Amon-Ra St. Brown. 1st and 10 here for the Aviators. A small gain will end our 1st quarter. Jack Campbell, an interception, and Cooper Kupp with a touchdown in the 1st half. This game hasn't changed too much since. I mean, an additional 7 points added to the Chicago Aviators lead, as well as 3 points to Omaha. But I mean, in terms of turnovers, they've definitely turned this one around, as Goff slings this one end zone and incomplete. The penalty pending. And we have a DPI on Kobe Durant. They're going to accept this one, obviously so, as it places them at the 1. Huge mistake there by Omaha, and that should do it. Touchdown, Jahmyr Gibbs. The first rushing touchdown tonight goes to the Aviators in what has been a good one to watch so far. This kick is up and good. 6 plays and about 70 yards. Digs Omaha a deeper hole than what they had wished for coming into this matchup. Certainly didn't want to be down 25 points, as this score will finally bring us our highest scoring game, as 1st and 10 upcoming here for Stafford and the Pioneers. They're going to have to do something here to try and drastically turn this one around if they want to come back. I don't see it happening, but shocks have happened in many other football leagues. Why not this one? 1st and 10 at the 40. Stafford's going to keep this one right off rip, and Stafford gets lit up. It's almost as if the Aviators were trying to say, do not try to run that ball again, or the same thing's going to happen. So kind of an intimidation hit right there, as Stafford throws this one on the crossing route. Cooper Kupp has been resilient through the hits today. Possibly one of the most physical receivers in the NFL, right behind Mike Evans, who we just seen earlier, as this pass will feature 2nd and 1 right afterwards, as the Pioneers get ever closer to another touchdown. And Anzalone with another person in the secondary to knock that one down. So on 1st and 10, and there it is, a false start. And the penalties have been killing them thus far in this matchup. Aviators point to the line, surely. The referees believed it. And Stafford to Nakua inside the 10, 1st and goal, Pioneers. But as I've explained before, I mean, I don't think this really changes anything. Even if they do get a touchdown, I mean, it adds a little bit more pride to the Pioneers. And there you go, Puka Nakua with his first touchdown reception in the MNFL. So, I mean, this has been a very high-scoring game, obviously very one-sided, but can't exactly help that once it gets to a certain point. 7 plays, 77 yards is the total have to pay. An onside kick necessary right here to keep this one within range, and it just does not happen. St. Brown has been electric today on the offense. Part of the reason why this Pioneers team is struggling so much. The new receptions leader soon to be crowned after this game, as we have this one and one more to run before week 1 is over officially, as 2nd and 1 will be brought up after the 2-minute warning. Aviators with a 35-17 lead here, and they can just put it on cruise control here with Jahmyr Gibbs. Give him a little stat pat. And 3rd and inches. I don't think anything's going to change right here. Wasting more and more time. Motion man is Williams. And 1st and 10 after the run by Jahmyr Gibbs. Teammates trying to separate the chippiness down on the field. 1st and 10 with under 40 seconds to go. Play clock winding down to 2. And Jahmyr Gibbs might just take it into the end zone on what might be a selfless act. But, I mean, hey, if you can put up 42 points for your team in your first game in this franchise, I mean, you make a name for yourself. But they won't have enough time to. They'll gladly take the 17-35 highest scoring victory in this game so far, as Fisk and Jared Verse meet up with Goff. And I mean, how can you not shake hands with the man after that one? I mean, St. Brown was on a whole nother level. This defense played out of its mind. Aiden Hutchinson making a big case for a sack leader. This Lions team may just come out on top of the entire league in terms of just week 1, as they put up the most impressive performance thus far. As we'll review the key players in this one. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdowns, 200, and you might as well call it 40 yards for a 67 completion percentage rating. As Jared Goff with 2 touchdowns as well, 250 yards, and a 76% completion rate. Obviously 76.5, but well, that'll be all for this game. The next one coming up soon. Be sure to watch it, as we'll say so long from Chicago. Thank you for watching.